And we've just recently done a Great Christian Revivals DVD of 3 of the great British revivals ever, with John Wesley, Evan Roberts and Duncan Campbell.
Matthew, you put some more footage available. Is this of Wesley and Whitfield's time?
That's right, yes.
Let's just play a little bit of it now. We'll leave our mics up and we can just either listen to it or comment on it. Can we do that, please, control room?
Deep sense of conviction of sin would fall upon the listeners. Charles Wesley wrote, "Many, no doubt, were at our first preaching struck down, both soul and body. As the message of the gospel was preached, some cried out in screams of deep anguish of soul. Some fell to the ground, others convulsed, shook, or trembled in the fear of the Lord." Often John Wesley would have to stop preaching because the cries of conviction of sin were drowning out all else. Whitfield at first was concerned about these events which took place under Wesley's preaching, but when Whitfield preached and invited sinners to put their faith in Christ, Wesley noted that on that day 4 people fell to the ground. One was groaning, another shook, another called out to God with strong cries and tears, and the last was equally lost in convulsions all over his body. Wesley concluded, "From this time on, I trust, we shall all suffer God to carry on his work in the way that pleaseth him."
And we just say, "Do it again," or as
Yes.
the Welsh revival, it was "Bend us again," wasn't it, Lord?
Lord, bend us. Yes.
That's right. Matthew, you said that you documented something like 1,000 revivals that have taken place, and I know that part of your research is to go to as many of the places as you can. Quite a number of people have emailed and texted in about the state of the nation today, and we get depressed about our nation, and we say as Christians we're on the retreat, and you know what's going to happen. But at the same time, we don't believe that, because we know that God is able, and we long to see revival come into our nation.
That's right. God is on the throne. He is in control. In John Wesley's day, he'd done it. In Evan Roberts' day, he's done it. What he has done, he can do again.
Yeah. And we know it's going to be a sovereign act of God when revival comes and when it happens. And yet at the same time, that there are certain, you read 2 Chronicles 7:14 before,
Yes.
there are certain things that we as a church and as believers can be doing in order that God can come in his sovereignty. We're in the last 5 minutes of the programme. Just help us to understand some of those things so that we can just absorb them and say, Lord, come.
Get the sin out of our lives, whatever that may be. Find the scriptures in the Bible. Pray, Lord, rend the heavens. Pour out your Spirit. Do it for your great name's sake. Say, Lord, send revival. Start the work in me. An individual revival. Study the Bible. Read the Bible. Apply the Bible. Read about revivals. Encourage yourself. Stir yourself up. When we have revival scriptures, pray them. Smith Wigglesworth gave a prophecy in 1947 about this country. 2 of the parts of that prophecy have already been fulfilled. Jean Darnell had a vision, 3 recurring visions, identical visions about this country, 1967. 2 of those parts have been fulfilled, all about the destiny of Great Britain. And I believe God is going to send revival, and he's going to do it for his great name's sake. And we say, God, in wrath, remember mercy. Because we want Jesus to be glorified. Psalm 24 and Psalm 15 speak about who may ascend the hill of the Lord, or who may stand in his holy place? He who has clean hands and a pure heart.
Matthew, it was quite a thing that God did for David, who met you and changed your life and led you. It was certainly something that he did when you went over to Pensacola and you had a touch of revival upon your life. And I believe that your coming tonight has stirred so many people's hearts. I want to say thank you to the viewer who very kindly sent me one of your books, and I had the opportunity of reading, and then the fact that you watch the programme and are here right now. Remarkable the way that God leads us, and just as he did that, he can do it in our nation again, and just as he's reached so many places that you've been sharing about tonight, he can do it again.